Three ways that you can help children who are anxious. The first one is probably the one we all do the opposite of. So the first way is to avoid saying, don't worry about it, you're worrying for nothing, everything's going to be fine. We are trying to reassure them that everything's fine, but for an anxious child, but telling them not to worry is really, really not going to help. So avoid telling them not to worry about it. The second tip is rather work on reassuring them that it's their brain. There's a little part inside the brain called the amygdala, which you can Google and look up all about. But when you're anxious, I tell kids it's like a security guard trying to keep you safe. So if you do want to use words to reassure them, which would be wonderful, rather reassure them that, you know what, your brain is really working over hard. It's trying to keep you really safe. Your security guard inside is trying to keep you safe. So reassure them rather with that kind of kinds of facts and good advice around anxiety, rather than saying, don't worry about it, that's never going to happen, because their brains go to that place all the time that they need to be kept safe. They're kind of almost in a constant hyper-aroused state, a flight or fight state. So when they understand that it's your brain, there's a part inside your brain that helps quite a lot. And then the third tip for anxious children is breathing. So the carbon and oxygen levels change quite dramatically when the brain has been sent a signal into the amygdala that there's a threat. So you can explain to them by breathing, let's do some nice deep breathing together, this balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen changes back, and immediately their bodies are going to start feeling better. So when I tell children to breathe deeply, if without teaching them, they're going to go like this. What's happening is they're breathing from the upper part of their chest, which is really not helping. So this is deep belly breathing. You can check out some wonderful yoga sites, some kids yoga, but the basics of deep breathing for children or adults is breathing from the belly. So in your inhalation, your belly needs to rise for nice 3 or 4 counts, and on the exhalation, the belly sinks back in. So one way that they can do this is literally lie on the floor and put a teddy on their belly or put any toy on their belly, and when the object is moving up and down, it's showing that they're breathing from their belly. So I hope these 3 anxiety tips are going to help you. Please do find more in my Parent Magic book. There's tons of wonderful advice and tips in here, and you can also register for one of my online courses starting shortly about disciplining differently. When we change our response and reaction, guys, then everything changes. Hope you've enjoyed this Tuesday tip.